What if your city suddenly turned silent, then exploded into chaos? What if just a few seconds changed everything? Tonight, we're talking about one of the most shocking events shaking India's capital, a massive bomb explosion in Delhi that's left millions asking the same question. How did this happen? Who was behind it? And most importantly, is it really over? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the hidden details, the government's next moves, and the truth they don't want you to miss. This isn't just another news story. This is a wake-up call. It started like any other evening in Delhi. Crowded markets, honking cars, people rushing home. But in one shocking instant, everything changed. A loud, thunderous blast ripped through the calm, echoing across the heart of the city. People froze where they stood. Windows shattered. Cars flipped. The air filled with smoke, screams, and confusion. No one knew what happened. Was it a gas leak, an accident, or something far more terrifying? Within seconds, cell phones lit up with messages, videos, and fear, spreading faster than the flame. Eyewitnesses described seeing a flash of light followed by chaos that felt like a nightmare. Some said the ground shook. Others said they smelled chemicals in the air. Everyone felt one thing: shock. The city that never stops moving came to a standstill. Emergency sirens pierced the silence as police and rescue teams raced to the scene. But here's where it gets mysterious. Eerie moments before the explosion, calm, unhurried, almost as if he knew what was coming. Was it coincidence or something planned? As the smoke settled, Delhi wasn't just a city under shock. It was a city demanding answers. And trust me, the more you learn about what really happened in those few explosive seconds, the stranger this story gets. Stay with me, because what comes next will make you question everything you thought you knew about safety in the capital. Just minutes after the explosion, investigators rushed to the scene, and what they found raised more questions than answers. Beneath the smoke and shattered glass lay pieces of something unusual, something that didn't belong. A burnt-out metal casing, wires that looked too sophisticated for a homemade device, and a phone battery that wasn't registered in any Indian network. Strange, right? But here's where things get even more mysterious. Surveillance cameras nearby had been tampered with just hours before the blast. The footage? Corrupted, missing, or conveniently blurred at the exact moment the suspect appeared. Someone knew exactly what they were doing. As forensic teams collected every fragment, a call came into the police hotline, a robotic voice claiming responsibility but refusing to name the group. Was it real? Or a diversion meant to mislead investigators? One officer reportedly said, "It's like we're chasing a ghost." And maybe they were, because within the first 24 hours, every clue they found led to another dead end: fake ID, burner phones, and misleading signals bouncing across borders. Who had the power, the precision, and the cold calculation to pull this off without a trace? As night fell, Delhi's streets were still lit by flashing blue lights. But the real story was just beginning to surface. A hidden network, a silent message, and a plot deeper than anyone first imagined. Keep watching, because the next discovery will change how you see this entire investigation. When daylight broke over Delhi the next morning, the city didn't wake up, it trembled. Streets once filled with laughter and traffic now echoed with sirens and whispers. Every corner had a checkpoint. Every car was being searched, and every face looked over its shoulder. The capital of India, usually bursting with unstoppable energy, had suddenly turned into a fortress under fear. Schools were closed, markets shut down, and metro stations swarmed with police and military presence. But the fear wasn't just on the streets. It was in people's minds. Rumors spread faster than official reports. Was this the first attack or the beginning of a series? Social media exploded with unverified videos and theories, some showing mysterious vans, others claiming multiple blasts were planned. The government urged calm, but even officials looked uneasy. Behind closed doors, intelligence officers worked through the night, piecing together movements, tracking calls, and decoding messages that hinted something bigger was coming. And yet, no one knew when or where. For the people of Delhi, every sound, every vibration felt suspicious. Parents kept their children home. Workers avoided crowded areas. It wasn't just an explosion anymore. It was psychological warfare. The city wasn't just on alert. It was holding its breath. But deep inside the chaos, one small clue was about to surface. Something so unexpected it would flip the entire investigation on its head. Stay with me, because this is where the story takes a turn no one saw coming. As the smoke cleared and the panic began to settle, the real chase started. The hunt for answers was on. Inside a dimly lit control room, investigators stared at dozens of screens, call logs, surveillance footage, and fragments of data pieced together like a puzzle. Every clue seemed to lead nowhere, until one small breakthrough changed everything. A fingerprint on a discarded phone matched someone who shouldn't even be in India, a name linked to a larger network operating across borders. Suddenly, what seemed like a local explosion began to look like part of a much bigger plan. The more they dug, the darker it got. Secret bank transfers, coded messages hidden in chat apps, and travel records connecting people from 3 different countries. Someone had orchestrated this with precision, patience, and purpose. And here's the twist. One of the leads pointed straight to an insider, someone with access to security information before the attack happened. So this a betrayal from within? Or was someone framing the wrong person to cover their tracks? The team knew they were running against time. Every hour without answers meant another possible threat. Behind closed doors, top officials met in silence, trying to decide what to reveal to the public and what to keep buried. Because if the truth came out too soon, it could spark something far worse than panic. Keep watching, because what investigators uncovered next turned this investigation from a crime scene into a national conspiracy. Days after the explosion, Delhi was still on edge, but now the questions were louder than the sirens. How could something so devastating happen in the heart of India's capital without anyone seeing it coming? The city was recovering, but the scars were deeper than anyone expected. Politicians promised justice, experts debated on live TV, and citizens demanded answers. Yet behind all the noise, something unsettling was happening. New security measures were being enforced, drones in the sky, facial recognition at every metro, checkpoints expanding beyond Delhi. Was this protection or quiet control? The blast had not only shaken buildings, it had shifted the balance of trust between the people and the system meant to protect them. Meanwhile, the investigation revealed something chilling. The device used in the explosion was unlike any seen before in India, built with materials sourced from multiple countries, suggesting a network far more advanced than anticipated. Intelligence agencies whispered about hidden cells and foreign involvement, but no one spoke publicly. The message was clear. This wasn't just an attack on a city, it was a warning to a nation. And just when people began to breathe again, another cryptic message appeared online. Same tone, same pattern, hinting that Delhi might not have been the only target. The fear returned stronger than before. Because if this was just the beginning, what comes next could redefine the meaning of security across India. Stay with me, the truth is only getting darker. So here we are, a city shaken, a nation watching, and a mystery that refuses to fade. The Delhi bomb explosion wasn't just a single event, it was a signal, a reminder of how fragile safety can be, even in the most powerful places. The investigations are still unfolding, questions still unanswered, and the shadows behind the blast are far from clear. But one thing is certain, this incident has changed the way India looks at security, trust, and vulnerability. The streets may appear calm again, but beneath that calm lies a quiet tension, an awareness that anything can happen. Anywhere, at any time. Heroes emerged that day. Police officers, doctors, ordinary citizens who risked everything to help strangers. Yet, as we honor their courage, we're left asking the same haunting question. Who really planned this, and why? The truth may not be revealed today or tomorrow, but it's out there, buried under layers of power, fear, and silence. And until it's uncovered, Delhi will carry both the pain of that night and the determination to never let it happen again. Stay alert, stay aware, and most of all, stay with us, because the story isn't over yet. And that's where we leave it tonight. A city still healing, a mystery still unsolved, and a nation that refuses to bow to fear. What happened in Delhi is more than just breaking news. It's a wake-up call for every citizen who believes safety is guaranteed. Remember, awareness is power. The more we question, the more we uncover, and the closer we get to the truth. So don't stop asking, don't stop watching, and don't stop caring, because the next headline could be the one that changes everything. This is your reminder to stay informed, stay strong, and stay connected. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart,